Now here we are looking at the psoas major and the iliacus muscle. And as you would see, they are located very deep in the pelvic. And you would see that here as I show my cursor running down on the psoas major, and the iliacus is here on either side, and the psoas as well. Right? So as I said, it's very deep within the pelvic, so hence the reason we could not see it from a superficial level. So as I would have said before, these two muscles together is what is called the iliopsoas muscle. Now let's first discuss a little on the psoas major muscle. And the psoas major muscle, as we're looking at it here, it has several origins. And the first group of origin I established on the lateral side of the T12 and the L5. And that would be located up here where you're seeing the cursor, and it would run down to the L5, which is the T12 and the L5 vertebra. And it is also attached to the disc L1 and L5, right? So these are the discs between here, and they are attached to L1 to L5. So because of this broad origin of the psoas major, it is considered to be a convergent muscle because of the broadness of it. And as you would see, it then runs down inferiorly or distally to run down and connect to this tendon here. And if you're looking at it on this side, you would see how it's attached here, and then it runs distally or inferiorly, and it attaches into the tendon on the side here. Now let's look at the iliacus muscle. So in this picture, we're seeing, yes, the psoas major and the iliacus muscle together, but we're looking at the iliacus muscle and its origin. And the iliacus origin starts where it sits or lies inside of the iliaca fossa, which is inside of here, right, on either side. But it's a bit broader than just lying in the iliaca fossa, because as you would see, it goes up at the top here on the ilia crest, and it runs off of the ilia crest. It also is connected to the ilia of the sacrum, as well as the anterior sacroiliac ligament, right? And that is the attachment or the origin of the iliacus. And it's also considered a contingent muscle because it is also so broad in terms of its origin. And you would see that it also runs down distally or inferiorly down, and it narrows itself down and goes on the side here. So both the psoas major and the iliacus muscle, as you would see, they come down and they join on this tendon here. And it actually fuses together and they form a combined or conjoined tendon. And that tendon then goes in here and inserts on the lesser trochanter of the femur. So both of them have the same insertion point because they form this combined tendon at the bottom of the muscle itself, and then it joins into the lesser trochanter. So this is the reason why the psoas major and the iliacus is considered major hip flexors. And when it comes to its function is to stabilize the hip joint by pulling the femur inside of the socket, right? So that is one of its functions, to stabilize the hip. As well as another one of its function is external rotation of the femur. So that is basically hip external rotation of the femur. And although the major external rotators are the deep external rotator group within the gluteal region, even though it's not really one of the major external rotators, it also facilitates and contributes towards external rotation. So this is it here in terms of the anatomy of the psoas major and the iliacus muscle. And now that we have finished look at this, let's now jump back on the chart so that I can show you the other muscles that are involved in hip flexion. So let's go do that.